I don't want you to come to studio in an auto rickshaw. You might, the way you are, you might make that kind of movie which may not run. And I don't know, he was pouring cold water on my ideas, on my fire. But I respected him a lot. I admired him a lot. He's my hero. And at 84, he still is my hero. And that's a rare feat, especially with a cocky student like me. But he has managed it. And I was just telling him, thank you, sir, I have a house. And you know why you have debts? He said, no, sir, because you are a filmmaker. So I'm not frightening you, but what I'm trying to tell you is there'll be many paths open to you. Do not be ashamed. Do not be ready to humble yourself before opportunity. I would not say fate. You can change it. I wanted to be a director. I only had to wait. I changed my fate. I became a director. And I sat with the ilk of Subhash guy and discussed my films. That's an honor. And I made it happen. And you can. But to make that happen, be more flexible. Ramrod straight against a storm can break a teakwood tree. Learn to be like the bamboo. I've never advised because I've never taken advice. But looking at your faces and looking at what I can get out of tomorrow from you, I think I must give you this little opinion. I wouldn't call it advice. That bend with the opportunity, make it happen. Your duty is making cinema, making moving images. And as your logo says, your banker and your auditor will tell you otherwise, but they didn't make the money. They didn't make that movie that made the money that demands tax from you now. You made it. And money, like the camera, is a tool. You need it, but it is a tool. Don't work for the camera. Let the camera work for you. Don't work for the money. Let the money work for you. I have, in all my dreams, I told Subhaji that there should be an international corpus made in Whistling Woods, which will facilitate young filmmakers who come out of Whistling Woods. Not all filmmakers. At least take care of your own, and the world will take care of its own. And I want you to create that corpus that lets them do one film. Let them fight for it. Let them tear each other apart and come in as a winner. Let Darwin be right on that. Survival of the fittest. And you come and make that film which will make the Institute proud, India proud. And I hope one day that kind of a fund will happen. Who knows, I might steal a bit of that money and make a film for you. Which is actually meant for you, but I would pretend to be a student of cinema, which I am. But I pretend to be a student of Whistling Wood and come and take it. Which I would be, which I am. Today, when I watch you, I envy you. In my time, it was not a reachable goal going to a film institute. The film institute was there, but I didn't have the financing facility to do it. My father was very kind. He allowed me to get out of school and get into cinema, but he was not going to finance my film institute trip to Pune. He thought I'd never come back. So that's why he didn't. So that was a dream that didn't happen, but you are living my dream. And there are many more who wish we had that kind of education. I did have fantastic education. I'm not complaining. But what took you 3 or 4 years took me about 25 to 30 years. It was slow, but it suited my speed of assimilation. So it helped. And here I am a filmmaker rubbing shoulders with you. Hope to see you sometime in a film festival, either on stage, in the audience, anywhere. You're a special class. You're filmmakers. You are part of this fraternity, which makes you special. And I thank those parents in this day of monoculture where everyone wants an IT professional in their house, whatever is in fashion, and they want an engineer, a doctor. I have many engineers who do anything else other than engineering. I have a driver who's an engineer. I know a barber who's an engineer. But I know that all of you are going to be filmmakers. Somewhere in some corner or other. You may not be making film, you may not be saying start and cut, but you'll be part of films. And I thank the parents for being a visionary. You're equally a visionary as Mr. Subhashi for making this happen for your child. And I salute you too. I had a father like that. I only wish he had sent me to Pune Film Institute, which he didn't. But that doesn't matter. I don't hold it against him. But I salute your parents, and the smile will only broaden, believe me. And there will be people who will fail. I know many actors better than me who didn't make it, but they never left the film industry. They were there. They didn't make as much money as I did, but they were there. This is an all-encompassing, versatile medium. It's only growing broader in its versatility. People are going to watch. Our platforms of film watching has already changed. You were watching on that screen. I was watching on this screen. And I'm going to soon watch movies on my wristwatch. I know. Some cinematographer here was gritting his teeth. But it's going to happen too. But that's dissemination that's reaching more people, more audience. I'm honored. I always wanted to be in a crowd like that. Whenever there is an opportunity to spend time with connoisseurs of cinema, makers of moving images of tomorrow, I want to spend time with them. I want to claim to people that I'm related to them by blood. Thank you.
We begin with the Whistling Woods Actors Studio.
Presenting the class of 2014 of Whistling Woods Actors Studio. I call out the names: Sagar Ramaya, Stalin Pinto, Viraj Daga, Vishal Malik, and Yamin Khan.
We move on to the Whistling Woods School of Animation. Start with the name.
We have with us Rishikesh Kelkar, Spenta Patil,
We now have students from the Whistling Woods School of Filmmaking. We begin with the cinematography specialization.
Daniel Shubhocharian, Mandar Devalkar, Nicole Lobo, Parth Chapia, Parth Nagle, Rakesh G. Iyer, Raza Mehta, Udayan Verma, Vishal Dahiya, and Zuhair Lokhanwala.
Moving on to the direction specialization.
Alessandro Puccino, Ankur Bansal, Atindra Dovikar, Neil Todd, Sahil Singh, Bhaskar Tipanju, Gaurav Mane, Kanishk Banka, Mohammad Shehbaz Khan, Nikhil Wadher, Nishil Sheth, Pallavi Gangredi, Rohit Narayan, Shabir Burumawala, Shirish Tomar, Sunny Sharma, and Tanya Diohans.
Alex. Next, we have the editing specialization.
Ashish Raj Maharajan, Ashit Gaikwad, Dhiraj Kahir Matkari, Babanjeet Bhatt, and Ramakrishnan B.H.
Move up. You too. Next comes the class of 2014 for the 2-year MBA in Media and Entertainment, the Advertising and Brand Communication specialization.
Ajit P. Nair, Jasrika Saluja, Karishma Kotian, Koshika, Nishka Katkar, Nitesh Luthria.
Next we have the students of the Events and PR specialization.
Amreen Rahman, Ashish Acharya, Avasarara Vani Mahadevi, Neha Nair, Saswati Sharma, Basutkar Sunil Sumit, Kirti S.G., Mrinal A. Mehta, Shani Varus Khan, Vicky Kumar Munda, Yash Kator, Sunita Edward, Tejaswini Sharma, and
Rakesh Ranjan, Salim Arif, Sabyasachi Bose, Somnath Sen, and Anuradha Bhatia. Quick. Okay, while we're prepping for the group photo, I would like to make a couple of mentions about the Whistling Woods alumni. After this edition, as of now, we have a little over 1,140 alumni out there in the industry doing good work, garnering critical acclaim, and doing what we hoped they would do, become the next generation of Indian film and media professionals. Okay, before the photo, just a word of caution to the fresh alumni. Please do not throw your hats up in the air while this photograph is being taken with guests and faculty. These are pretty sturdy hats and are likely to hurt someone when they come back down. Once the group photo, the appealing proclivity of hat throwing. Sorry. Valedictorians. Whistling Woods International has established a tradition of naming a class valedictorian for every graduating batch. These are students who we recognize. We give you the udar, sir. I would now request the valedictorians to address their convocation. Mrinalini, followed by Pooja, followed by Yogendran, and then Alex.
And run the team at the Whistling Woods Institution for the past decade exceptionally well. A symbol of efficiency, Meghna has repeatedly been honored for her achievements in
To a close by giving you the Whistling Woods International graduate